Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I'm Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves, and we're going to be doing that with my I Am card deck. This card deck is full of positive affirmations, and I'm just really excited to share it with you. So, thank you so much for being here today and for just really being a part of this positive place on the internet that we are creating. So what's going to happen is I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card. And what I'd like for you to do is to say out loud, I am that affirmation. As we affirm these things about ourselves, we are really programming our minds to look for the good things in our lives. And so let's do that together. Let's pull a card and let's have some fun today by saying that today I am hopeful. I am hopeful. I trust in the best possible outcome. So I am hopeful. I trust in the best possible outcome. Are you hopeful? You are hopeful. You trust in the best possible outcome. I'm going to write that down in the chat, and I encourage you to do the same thing, that I am hopeful, that I trust in the best possible outcome. You know, somebody told me a quote once, and they said that faith and fear both ask us to believe in something that hasn't happened yet. And as we go through life and unexpected stuff consistently happens, we have options. We have options about how we feel about it. And so I am hopeful, and I trust in the best possible outcome. I think all of us wake up in the morning and think to ourselves that, we all have plans for our day. We all have things that we would like to have happen, and yet life can slip in, and all of our subconscious fears can come up. And as those subconscious fears come up, they try to convince us that things which haven't happened yet are inevitable. And hope is the other end of that coin. Hope convinces us that things that haven't happened yet are happening for our benefit. And so I trust today that the best possible outcomes are what are happening in my world. And so really, I invite you to trust the same thing. Trust in the best possible outcome as we go through today, as we go through life, as we go through the unexpectedness that is blazing our own trail. Because in the end, all of us are blazing our own trail. Nobody is following in the footsteps of anybody else. Each and every one of us are going through life and living a unique life, a life that is unique and beautiful and interesting as we are, as each and every individual is. And so we trust in the best possible outcome. We trust in our ability to manifest it. We trust in the ability of all the people around us to manifest these things. And the way that we trust in the best possible outcome is by really expecting it. By going into situations expecting that the best possible thing for us and for everybody involved will come to fruition. I am hopeful today. And I had a really hard week last week. Lots and lots of stuff going on in my world. It feels like when it rains, it pours. And while a lot of that pouring is of my own doing, of my own making, ultimately we all have to pay the price for the decisions that we make. A lot of it was not. Some of it was, some of it wasn't. And ultimately, even though the week was really hard, I still have hope and I trust in the best possible outcomes. So the process can be messy, but that doesn't mean that the result is going to be unwanted or bad. The results are always something that is good for us. When I look at the times in my life that were the most painful, those were also the times that brought the most growth, that catapulted me into being a different version of myself, and a version of myself that I like and respect more. And so I am hopeful today. I trust in the best possible outcome. And I believe that all of us have this ability inside of us to simply believe, to have faith that life is getting better and not worse, and that we are doing better in our lives and not worse, and that we are building upon the wisdom and the knowledge and the discernment that we develop every single day. And of course, the problem is that oftentimes developing wisdom and knowledge and discernment involves screwing up. And so as we go through our days and as we deal with the short-term consequences of our actions, we are hopeful for the best possible outcome, even as we kind of like muddle through life. And all of us do, each and every one of us. Now, a mentor once told me that people who take risks make about 2 major mistakes a year. And the people who don't take risks make about 2 major mistakes a year. And so as we blaze new trails in our lives, we trust in the best possible outcome. I used to run sunrise tours. I got paid to watch over 1,000 sunrises. When I was over on Maui, I would take people up to the top of Haleakala Mountain, and we would go and we would watch the sunrise. And something I would always tell my guests is that the sun is rising on a new day in our lives, and that we get to decide who we're going to be. And that the old us, the us that went to sleep last night, that us isn't with us anymore. That old self is dead, and the new self is rising. And just as the sun rises predictably every single day and provides us with what we need in order to sustain life on this planet, as it provides us with the warmth and the light that we need, we just trust that these larger natural cycles will continue. And I don't do anything to make the sun come up, and neither do you. The sun just kind of comes up and it rises again and again and again, predictably. And so we trust in the best possible outcome. We trust because we know that even though we are not very reliable or consistent people, we constantly change. We know that there are larger, greater forces at play that are consistent, and that we can trust in these larger and greater forces as we go through our lives. And since nature around us has this incredible consistency, these cosmic patterns that we can observe, we can trust that we are taken care of as we go through this life. So I am hopeful today, and I trust in the best possible outcome. I want to say thank you so much, and good morning to everybody for being here. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Grant. Good morning, Shauna. Let's see. Good morning, Brenda Jean. Good morning. Let's see. Good morning, Frank and Dennis and Lauren. It is really, really good to see you guys here, and all of us. Much as like Dennis just said, we are continuing to improve ourselves and learn from all of our mistakes in life. And we understand that our tomorrow is better than our today is, and our today is better than our yesterday. And every day in every way, everything is getting better and better all the time. And so we just trust that, because the alternative is to trust that things aren't getting better and that things are just getting worse and worse all the time. And why on earth would we believe in something that hasn't happened yet with such ardent fervor? Why would we believe that something bad is going to happen that hasn't happened yet, when it takes exactly as much effort to believe that something good is going to happen that hasn't happened yet? I'm hopeful today, and I'm surrounded by people who have every reason to hope. And I'm surrounded by people who show me that they are people who live with faith and not fear as a central point of their lives. And as I recognize this, and I see it in myself as well, I feel like my life really does get better and better every day, and that the best possible outcomes really are consistently finding me. All right, guys, I will talk to you again tomorrow at 9 a.m., where we'll go through another card. And as we do that, we will continue to really speak life into ourselves. And as we go out, it gives us this incredible ability to also speak life into our neighbors, speak life into the people who we love. So I'll talk to you guys later. Aloha. from paradise.